Hello, everyone. This is Rick, and welcome to Astral Club. This is a manual on how to create a thought form. Before we get into it, just want to mention a few things. Patreon. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, you can certainly do so. When you join, you gain access to a chat function, a direct mail where you can ask me questions, and advanced podcasts on Sunday. And if you're interested, there is a link in the description. Next up, astral projection lessons. If you'd like a lesson, learn how to astral project, be glad to work with you. Work with folks now all over the world. All you have to do is go down to the description section. There's an email there. Just ask for more information. And lastly, just want to talk about we have 2 episodes every week. One at Wednesday at 2 p.m. and another at Saturday, 9 a.m. And that is Eastern Time, U.S. Okay, let's get started here. I've had folks over the years ask me about creating a thought form, and I have some experience in this, especially from years ago. And it's a complex thing to do. I probably gave them an answer that was like a very distilled version. So I thought about actually putting together a whole manual on it, and get ready. Okay, manual on how to create a thought form. Below is a practical manual on how to create a thought form, a focused mental construct brought into energetic existence through intention, visualization, and emotional energy. Okay, manual, creating a thought form. Number 1, understanding what a thought form is. A thought form is a mental construct powered by focused intent, imagination, emotion, and energy. It is a non-physical entity that exists in the subtle or astral realms and is used to influence reality, assist in personal goals, or serve a spiritual purpose. Okay, what are types of thought forms? Well, there are temporary constructs. These are used for short-term goals like protection or focus. Like, for instance, maybe you're going into an area that's a little dicey. So you might want to have a short-term thought form to protect you during that trip. Next up is servitors. These are semi-autonomous entities with a specific function, like reminders, creativity, shielding. Next up are tulpas. This is advanced now. These are complex thought forms with personalities, sometimes perceived as independent. Okay, number 2, preparation phase. A, clarify your intent. B, extremely specific. The thought form should have a clear name, function, and purpose. Example, I want a thought form to help me remain calm and focused during public speaking. I could have used that idea. That didn't occur to me when I've given public talks. At any rate, B, mental and emotional readiness to calm your mind through meditation or breath work. Or perhaps ensure that your emotions are stable. Strong emotion is fuel, but chaotic emotion leads to unstable thought forms. Think about that last line. C, create a sacred or focused space. You may use a candle or incense to set intent. I used to burn a candle, usually white. A protective circle or visualization, or you could use silence or ambient music to deepen concentration. You know, maybe you've got a favorite meditation tune that helps you to really think quickly. Okay, number 3, creation process. Step 1, define the form. Give your thought form a symbolic or imagined shape, color, size, and personality traits appropriate to its function. Now, for example, a calm focus helper might be a blue orb of light with a soothing hum. A creativity booster Might be a winged fox radiating gold sparkles. You may draw or sculpt it, write a description, speak its traits aloud. Okay, let's go to step 2. Now that we have basically, formed it, we need to charge it with energy now. So, you use visualization and emotional energy to feed it life. Focus on your intent, the image or form, the emotional feel of its purpose, peace, confidence, power. That's really important because the energy of that emotion is what provides the animated force for your thought form. So you have to feel very deeply, whatever it is, if it's peace, confidence, or power. Okay, you can use any of these following techniques. Breath work. Breathe energy into the thought form. You could use a mantra or chant. Repeat a phrase affirming its purpose. Or light color visualization. Imagine bright light filling and activating it. Do this daily for a few days or until you feel it has presence. Step 3. Assign it purpose and boundaries. Give it specific instructions. You exist to help me remain calm during public speaking. When I am nervous, you will remind me to breathe deeply and focus. Set limits. This is important, people. Like, you will only act with my permission. Or, you will dissolve after 30 days unless I recharge you. Creating a thought form that is animated is challenging enough, but you have to complete the process. You have to make sure that the purpose is well thought out and designed, and the boundaries are complete, or else you could have something running around out there going wild. Word to the wise on that one. I think I made a mistake once, but that's another story. Maybe I'll use it for Halloween. That's probably a good idea. I think I'll remember that. Okay. Number 4, maintenance and interaction. Feed it. Recharge with attention, belief, or ritual. Some people use light visualizations or give offerings, symbols, incense. Incense, I always like that. So, if you're attracted to incense too, you might go ahead and use that. Communicate, meditate, and listen. You may receive intuitive thoughts or feelings in response. Observe its effects. Journal what changes or aid you notice. Number 5, dissolving a thought form. And this is important too. Everyone focuses on creating that thought form and giving it a semblance of life. But if you have a very definite task that has a very definite ending, you have to remember to dissolve this thought form, because I've seen some wild thought forms running around, especially in the lower astral. And a lot of them were formed for not very positive purposes. And they can run amok a bit. So you should, if you're willing to create one, you should be able to take the responsibility of dissolving it when it's no longer needed. So, number 5 is dissolving a thought form. Once its purpose is fulfilled, dissolve it to prevent it from lingering without direction. That's what gets weird. Dissolution steps. Thank it sincerely. Visualize it fading into light or returning to your heart and mind. reclaim its energy with intent. For example, I reclaim all energy I have given you. You are now released. Ground yourself with breath or contact with nature. Getting out and, walking in the grass or in some park is very, very good for you after this type of experience. Okay, number 6, ethics and warnings. Never use a thought form to harm or manipulate others. These are the wild ones that I see running around on the lower astral. Not the high-minded ones. It's always those kinds of things. Because this can cause an unintended backlash or destabilization. And of course, it's a negative thing to do. It doesn't have to backlash you to be negative if it hurts others. Unattended thought forms may become parasitic or chaotic over time. Remember, you're creating something like a life form, and you got to take responsibility for it because you don't want it to run wild, because like I said, I've seen them. Keep your thoughts, emotions, and intent clear and ethical. Number 7, optional enhancements. Name your thought form to strengthen connection. Create a sigil or symbol representing it. Or write a contract, a simple declarative statement describing its duties. Okay, that's the thought form manual. I think if you want to create a thought form, make sure you study this pretty carefully, because it's well researched, and I have. It's been a long time now since I did it, but it definitely has power if you follow those directions. Okay, if you like that, please hit the like button, share it with those of like minds, subscribe if you haven't already, and please throw me some questions and comments. Have you ever tried to create a thought form? Were you successful? Did you fail? What do you think you did wrong, or what do you think you did right? At any rate, this is Rick, and I will see you on the astral plane.